Russia recently launched its newest nuclear-powered attack submarine, the Khabarovsk, at its Sevmash shipyard near the Arctic Circle. This 10,000-ton submarine carries a new type of weapon, the Poseidon nuclear-powered underwater drone. The Russian Defense Minister Andrei Belyusov, who launched this vessel, called it a significant moment for Russia's navy. But the Khabarovsk, this submarine, is in fact a turning point in the post-Cold War world. It is the first class of nuclear-powered attack submarine to be launched since the Cold War ended in 1991. The Khabarovsk, of course, carries this new weapon, this large unmanned underwater vehicle, or the UUV, called the Poseidon. This submarine carries 6 of these torpedoes, extra large torpedoes. Each weapon is designed to explode and create a tidal wave and inundate coastal cities with, believe it or not, radioactive tsunamis. Now, President Putin announced a successful test of the Poseidon on the 29th of October. Now, nuclear weapons are commonly believed to form 3 components of what is called a triad of land-launched ICBMs, air-launched bombs, and sea-launched nuclear weapons. Now, with the Poseidon, Russia has introduced to the world what is potentially a 4th category of nuclear weapons, a weapon that travels entirely underwater all its way to this target. The Poseidon is 20 meters long. It weighs about 100 tons, roughly the weight of a Boeing 757. It travels at a depth of 1,000 meters, that's almost a kilometer under the sea, out of the range of most sensors. It has almost unlimited range because it is powered by a nuclear reactor. Now, the launch of the mothership that carries these torpedoes, the Khabarovsk, comes amidst heightened global nuclear tensions. It is for the first time in its history that the United States now faces 3 nuclear-armed adversaries, Russia, China, and North Korea, all of whom can target the US with nuclear weapons. Now, on the 3rd of November, President Donald Trump announced that the US would resume nuclear testing. In an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes, Trump said that Russia, China, and Pakistan were testing nuclear weapons. Now, it's not clear what data the US president used to support this assertion, but the fact is that Russia continues to field new classes of nuclear weapons that could worry the US strategic community. Now, since the 1960s, nations like the US have built up anti-missile defenses that can shoot down incoming ballistic missiles. Now, Russia too has anti-ballistic missile defenses of its own. But Russian sources insist that the Poseidon, this very large underwater torpedo, cannot be intercepted. Once it is launched, it stealthily makes its way to its target before sprinting it at top speed of over 100 knots, that's over 160 kilometers per hour, to detonate near the target. Now, Russia has, interestingly, 2 submarines which can deploy the Poseidon. This weapon is also called the Status 6 Oceanic Multi-Purpose System. Russia has the submarine called the Belgorod, which is a converted nuclear-powered cruise missile submarine. This Belgorod was in fact the first mothership for the Poseidon. The Ulyanovsk is a 3rd submarine that carries this weapon that's under construction in Murmansk. And Russia plans to base all of these 3 special submarines on the Pacific Ocean at Vilyuchinsk and Raibachi bases on the Kamchatka Peninsula on the Pacific coast. From here, these Russian submarines can target the west coast of the United States.